I know why there's a lot of rereads. Because people that's reading can't read numbers, can't read sensitivity. You know, we was reading water, meter readings out about 200, maybe 150. I'd say, hold up, read that again. And they read it again, we'll go to the next one. And lo and behold, it's read wrong again. I'm telling you, you gotta stand in front of it, read it, stand in front of it, read it right. You can't read it right, standing in front of you, you know you can't read it upside down, you know. So the next day, when we read the fourth book, I came in and I turned, well, the first two, I turned it in. Renee said, put it on the counter, don't give it to me. So I placed it on the counter. So next time I came in, I was going to give it to her. She said, I don't want it, what did I tell you to do with it? So I put it on the counter. So the third one, I put it on the counter. The next day, the fourth one, Dorothy was in there, taking up the bills, taking up the water, the money for the water bill. And so I didn't ask him a question, I placed it on the counter. She said, oh, did you see what he did? Oh, he just threw it up. Anybody could have taken that out of him. You need to fire him. You need to fire him. Later that afternoon, he was down at the wastewater plant, chilling in the beds down there. And when Chuck came up to me, he says, Earl, come go with me. Come go with you. So I got my lunch and everything, my jacket, and I came uptown with him. And I was sitting in the truck. He said, no, you got to get out, you got to go in the office. So I goes in the office, and I look at him, since I'm going in the office, she's looking at me like, oh, you know, something going on. So as I go in, Marcia did not give me the dismissal. She threw it on the table. And she said that I had been dismissed. Dismissed for what? I'm thinking she's giving me my check. She said I've been dismissed. So at that point right there, Linda says, well, that's okay, Calvin, just appeal it. You got 5 days to appeal it. She said, oh, no, he can't appeal it. She said, because he hasn't been here 90 days. She said, well, Renee wasn't here 90 days, and you granted her the opportunity to appeal her job. She tells me, well, he's not going to appeal it because the council's not going to want to listen to it. So at that point, you know, I'm feeling, well, okay, she just lied. You know, my sister telling me we do not appeal. So she says, Willie George, did you have anything to do with this? And he said, no, I didn't have anything to do with it. So let me ask them to come back in. And Marcia tells them, no, leave out. Just go, Willie George. Just going out. And so Madam Mayor asked him to come back in again. So he gets talks to the hotel, he goes on out the door. So at that point, you know, Linda wanted to use my phone to record the conversation. She said she's not going to say anything else. She don't have to listen to us. She don't have to give me any reason at all that it's a right to work, you know, state, and that she could fire me for anything. And I'm like, well, okay. Here, you know, like I said in the council meeting, I repaired every piece of equipment up there. Would have been down, we would have had trash everywhere we went. But I repaired all that equipment, I saved us a lot of money, and what she cared, she didn't care. And she bragged on how much money I saved them, bragged on my work. Oh, Kelvin told Madam Mayor that I'll be the last one to leave because I have more experience and more education than what they have, you know, but that's beside the point. You know, it's just the fact my job was taken from me, and the mayor has been, you know, she's been done wrong. And that's all I have to say.
Let me ask you one short question before you go. Now, based upon what you have gone through, short form, what is your image of elected officials here in Meigs? How do you feel about the people that we put in office now and city government? How you feel?
Me myself is very poor. I think they're doing a very poor job, and being that the way they're handling the mayor, I feel that they need to resign. They should have taken themselves upon themselves and resigned themselves. I mean, they should feel really, really bad. When they go home and they think about it, I'm sure they think about it a lot. And I know that they want to recant themselves, but they can't. You know, already done something, and they're too embarrassed to take it back. That's it. They're just too embarrassed to take it back.
Thank you very much.
So we know what we want. We want to be able to speak at our council meeting. We want councilmen that will listen. We know that. And we know that we want Officer Rawls stated back in his chief, and we definitely want the mayor to be back where she's supposed to be, acting as the city manager, looking at the bills, and even having control of the agenda. Because she's not having control of anything, so we need this to happen. And what we need to happen too is each one of you here, is find your friend, get up with them, talk to them, tell them to sign our petition or our citizens, concerned citizen thing, because it's not going to go away, and the only way we're going to make it better is to be part of it. If we just sit back and let it continue, you see where it's at now, we're going to be in trouble. I mean, we can't afford some of the things they're doing now. I'd rather see the money spent on our young people's recreations or things like that, or even cut the water bills sometime, you know, where the people could afford to pay them, because, you know, and there's ways around it. If you manage the money right, somebody's not doing it, and it's not been done for a long time now. But please, we got a council meeting coming up. What is the third Monday? I don't know what the date will be. But be there. Try to be there and bring anybody, any of your friends, and anybody you see that you can talk to and sign this petition, because I'm serious about it. I don't know what's going on. And I feel like most of you do. So anyway, and when I talked with one of the commissioners, they said that they thought that we were organized, nobody was out of order, and they didn't like the fact that the council got up and walked out. So, you know, and we got to put a stop to that. And we just got to get the word out. We can't give up, and we're going to have another concerned citizens meeting. What we need to do is get together in a couple of weeks, appoint officers at different points, and we don't need to sit back when election comes up. When election, qualifying for election here in the city of Meigs, say we have 4 candidates qualified. We need to send that person, each one of them, a letter and say, will you come before our concerned citizens group? We'd like to ask you some questions. And that way, maybe we can determine and get someone in there that's going to work with us. This is going too far. We can't let this happen. Again, we got to start it now.
I just want to add, and I'm going to be brief, I just want to add, because I respect him so much. Last night I respect him for standing up, and above all, when he told me that he was a Vietnam-era veteran, and that he actually served in combat. That made my heart bubble, because I'm retired military as well. But let me close by saying this to you all. There is something that the Georgia Attorney General has produced, and I wish you all, through somebody, I wish this organization, or committee that you all will do it, go to the Georgia Attorney General and request one of those handbooks, the red books, called the Sunshine and Open Records Law, and look and see what happened to this young man, and even when he tried to get on the agenda. It's in that book. The Georgia Attorney General want the citizens to stand before their elected officials and exercise their rights under our form of government. They want you to do that.
And it's not been long ago it passed it updated.
Well, that was my next point. You're right. A few years ago, do you not know they already had it, but they went and they strengthened it in favor of the voters and citizens in the state of Georgia. I'm through. Like I say, I'm from Valdsota. This is what I've been doing this since 75. People call me crazy because I don't get paid for it. When I come from Valdsota, that's my gas money. I'm going across some other places, helping mayors out. I don't get no money for it. They call my friends, I sit down and I have coffee in the morning, they call me crazy. They say you're crazy for what you do for nothing. But what they don't understand is what the young lady said right there. Money can't buy everything.
You can't say he ain't got that fella, come up here.